Hello and welcome to Nothing Ventured with me, Ari Shah. Today I am super excited to have my first guest in the studio with me, and it is Eleanor Kaye, who is Executive Director at Newton Venture Program. Great to have you here with me today.
Thanks so much. My first in-person podcast as well, so it's first for both of us.
Amazing. I'm looking forward to it. So, look, we're going to start with a quick primer so that our listeners can understand a little bit more about you. So I'd love to get a quick background about yourselnthalf, and I know you've been at Palantir, so I won't dig too deep, and about the genesis of Newton Venture Program.
Sure. So it's quite, maybe not boring, but quite, I've moved around in quite a lot of industries. I actually started off in music, film, TV, advertising, very fast-paced operations. You have to do quick turnarounds, make things happen. You're dealing with very difficult celebrities and music stars, and you just have to work super quickly. And I think that sort of sparked my love of working to pace, making sure you can deliver really quickly but high quality. The stakes are large in that kind of industry. And unfortunately, the funds weren't great working in advertising or music TV. And I was lucky enough that Money Supermarket reached out to me. This is my sort of first venture into finance. What did that look like? I ran operations across their London office, which was very cool. Sort of bringing people in and making sure that they're happy, making sure all the facilities are great. And it was great, but it wasn't ticking a lot of boxes after about 2 years. And at that time, I was reached out to by Palantir Technologies, which you mentioned earlier on. And this was super exciting. If you're going to work for a company with the smartest people doing really cool stuff, this was like the opportunity of a lifetime. And I was there for 6 years. I flew around the world, like looking after many operations across EMEA.
So I have to ask, did you work for the CIA? It really is the only question I have for today.
Of course.
Oh, okay, great. Yeah. Excellent. Okay, good to know. We may need to edit that out. But anyway, sorry, carry on.
No, I mean, look, it is known as a CIA-backed Peter Thiel company, but actually, I think deep down it's really probably... I said that it was fast-paced before, but this was just another level. And it was the longest hours I've ever worked, 6 days a week. Didn't see my husband for quite a while over about a 6-week period. And it was probably the best thing that could have happened to me because it taught me a lot about myself. I grew a team there and it was exceptional. And I also had 2 children while I was working there, which
Amazing.
Yeah, which was, definitely an experience in itself. And I think that changes you as a person as well. And actually when COVID hit and, it changed a lot of people, I think when it stripped back work for me and took away the culture and the amazing smart people I was having daily conversations with, I wasn't really thinking this job was right for me anymore. At that point, I was working in business development and it was really exciting, but not in a way that felt like I was really happy. And when they direct listed, I was like, right, I'm going to sell a couple of shares and take a break. And my husband was so supportive. It'd been a hard couple of 6 years with COVID as well. And I thought, this is a time to have some rest. I put out a couple of feelers to some people, ex-Palantirians, to see what it was about. And 2 weeks later, someone said, I've heard of this job. You might be good for it. And that's how I heard about Newton. And Newton Venture Program is a training provider for aspiring or practicing venture capitalists. So we want to diversify the VC ecosystem and make it more inclusive and more representative of the world we live in. And if you think about venture capital or a venture capitalist, probably doesn't look like either you or me. And so we were sat there thinking, I was sat there thinking, this sounds really exciting. I don't know much about venture capital. I also am not into exec education, but potentially that could be my superpower here because I am the ideal cohort member.
You're the outsider who can bring their own story and their own kind of desire to learn.
Exactly.
To the table, yeah.
Why not me? Why couldn't I do this? And it certainly wasn't a career path that I ever thought of. Certainly wasn't talked about at university or even at school. And I was really excited. The more and more people I met, I interviewed through Local Globe, who's one of our joint venture partners. They're a pre-seed Series A firm, and London Business School, who is also our joint venture partner. And I was getting really excited. I was like, this is ticking too many boxes. Plus, I'm about to make, a ton of new friends and connections. And that's what it is. It's about the people. That's what drives me every day, is meeting all these really exciting people who are wanting to learn, wanting to better themselves, wanting to break into venture capital or accelerate their careers in venture. And I'm helping people. And that is absolutely awesome.
Amazing. We will go into a lot of detail about all of this stuff on the main pod, so do keep listening.